Okay, so usually when somebody calls me and they call me with a problem that insurance will cover, that's one of the first things I talk to them about. Have you talked to your agent? That kind of thing. So I guess the first question I have is, my thought is, if somebody has, the breach may have occurred some time ago and they're just there, but when you find out about it, you can find out about it in different ways. But once you know that there is a problem, I mean, one of the questions I've had is exactly, my first thought is call your insurance agent and find out what you need to do. Hopefully your insurance agent will be able to tell you, and then that ball gets rolling.
Yeah.
Because, so what are your thoughts on that?
So I think back up even a little bit further. Okay. So first of all, you get a policy. Remember, you get what you pay for. There are going to be some smaller outfits with lower price points on the policies, but make sure you know what's in that policy and what's being covered. There was one, and I think it was like the cyber security that was included in the professional liability policy. And you read it and it goes, does not cover criminal events. Well, then what the F does it cover if it's not a criminal event? I was like, okay, so you got to be real careful. And then at our last, I don't know if it was in May or November, our accounting group conference, we're there. Everybody's talking about cybersecurity and stuff, that we have a whole big topic on it. And so one of the guys, I can't remember what it was. And he was like, oh, I'm going to make sure I do that. I'm going to make sure I do that. I said, okay. And I come back around to him later. I go, do you have insurance, cybersecurity insurance? He goes, oh, yeah, $100,000 coverage. I go, baby, that ain't getting you nowhere. Because, I mean, these ransom payments are well over $100,000. I don't think, I've talked to the IT security, the forensic IT, the negotiators, the After Dark and Mox 5. They said on the firm that it happened with, I mean, they were over $100,000 just in fees. That didn't even get the legal fees. So there's legal fees, there's forensic IT, there's mining through the data. So you need to make sure you got enough coverage, but then you want to make sure you have a team that offers pre-claim assist. Well, that's kind of getting into professional liability.
Well, the thing about what the coverage though that you're talking about is that there's there's the damage itself, but there's also the ancillary services that go along with it, legal services, the IT services, all of those things.
Yeah, and so you want to really understand what's included. And honestly, a good policy, they're going to make you prove up some of your security. So they're going to go through and say, do you have this? Do you have that? Do you have that? And so then honestly, that's a really good way to learn what all do I need to put in place. I wonder if Moshe would be good to talk about this, because he's doing healthcare and he's doing cybersecurity.
He probably would be.
Yeah. He's an IT vendor that he's really focused on the healthcare segment and the IT security part. So he might be somebody interesting to bring in. But I don't think there's any harm in contacting if you even think there's something going down. I think the proper chain of events would be contact IT right away, let them know what's going on, make sure they take you seriously.
Yeah.
And then let them determine, something's going on, and then immediately contact your insurance provider.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's one of those things where you file a claim and then it's like, I wish I had not filed that claim.
I've never really heard anybody say that. No. I hear people afraid of doing that, but I've never heard anybody say, oh, I shouldn't have filed that claim.
Yeah. And the pre-claim assistance, just since I mentioned it, was professional liability. And I can speak directly on this. I had a client going through a nasty divorce. I tried to just show him it could be done in 6 months and out, but he's still on year 7 now. Yeah. And anyways, I'm on his side, if you will, and her attorney wanted documents from me. And I didn't feel like I was supposed to give them out. I was like, I feel like that's confidential information and I don't know you. And you say you're an attorney. And you're working for the trustee and blah, blah, blah. But I wanted to go to my insurance and say, hey, here's the scenario. How do I address this? Like, am I okay giving that information over? And my cheap ass insurance at the time was like, well, you would have to file a claim and then we could help you, but we can't help you until you file a claim. Well, I'm trying to prevent a claim, folks, like kind of like preventative health care, you know? I'm trying to prevent a claim. And so I changed insurance after that. And so I make sure that I have pre-claim assistance where I want to be able to call and say, hey, here's a scenario. And all they would have had to say is, no, you need a subpoena. So I made the other side subpoena me. Then I can give over the documents and keep myself out of trouble.
It's sort of like with a house with, if you have a flood, I mean, you want you want to let your insurance company will often send folks in to start remediation work right away.
Yes.
To prevent further damage.
And I would say that if let's say you got solid insurance, but maybe your IT provider is kind of, I think they're good. Unless you've got really high-end IT provider, those forensic IT are going to be way better than your people. So to that point, file a claim and let them come in and really secure the environment and take over.
Yeah.